So tonight, an exclusive interview with one of the most influential and pivotal figures in Nigeria's rapidly shifting political landscape, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, former governor, former Minister of Defense, leader of the influential Kwankwasiya movement, and now a central player in what could become the defining opposition realignment ahead of the 2027 presidential election. The political calculations have changed dramatically in recent days. The NDC has now officially zoned its presidential ticket to the south, and Senator Kwankwaso, despite being one of the North's most formidable political figures, has publicly supported that decision. For many analysts, that is being interpreted as a major signal about the future direction of the opposition. At the center of the conversation is the growing alliance between Senator Kwankwaso and Mr. Peter Obi, two politicians whose supporters insist command something increasingly rare in Nigerian politics: organic, passionate, grassroots followership. But as momentum builds, so do the questions. Is this truly a merger of vision and ideology, or simply electoral arithmetic aimed at stopping President Tinubu from securing a second term? Has Dr. Kwankwaso effectively endorsed Mr. Obi's presidential path by supporting southern zoning? What happens to northern political expectations inside this alliance? And where does this leave Atiku Abubakar and the ADC as the battle for control of the opposition intensifies? And I'm delighted to say that I'm joined now exclusively in the studio by Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, former governor, former defense minister, architect of the Kwankwasiya movement, and one of the defining voices in Nigeria's shifting political terrain. And I know I said that a number of times. You were almost rolling your eyes. They're like, not me again. No, they're talking about. Good to see you, sir.
Charles,
thank you very much indeed for coming here. Now, the NDC has officially zoned its presidential ticket to the south, and you have publicly backed that decision. For many Nigerians, that was unexpected. Why did you support it? Was that decision driven by principle, by political realism, or the recognition that the opposition simply cannot afford another bitter internal battle over zoning?
Thank you very much, Charles. Maybe all of the above. But let me say that I am so happy that I joined this rapidly growing party, the NDC. I believe so far so good. We are doing well. And I met people that I can call like minds, ranging from the leader of the party, Senator Dixon, the former governor of Bayelsa State, of course, Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, and many other leaders that are today in our party. And I believe that many more are coming. And I'm happy to say that right from day one, we sat down together, we looked at the situation on the ground in this country, and we decided to take some major decisions, including what you just mentioned, that is zoning the presidency to the south for 4 years. And of course, after that, the presidency will rotate to the north. We are very happy that we are loyal party members wherever we find ourselves. We realized even before we joined the party was contemplating to zone it to the south for many obvious reasons. And therefore, almost all of us joining from the north, we accepted, because as it stands now, people are debating. Some would say it should come to the north. Others will say it should go to the south. But from our own end, we believe the best way to go now is to take it to the south so that we can eliminate the confusion that emanated from the death of our brother, our friend, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. That actually introduced the confusion into the system. Even though, in a way, one can argue that from 1999 to date, the South have done more years than the North.
Well, it depends on how you count it.
That's from 1999 to date, yes.
Because if you count it from independence, in terms of including military rule.
Yeah, it depends on how it suits you.
Yeah.
And in the South now...
So it suits you from 1999 then?
Yeah, well, and it didn't work with the party. What worked now is counting from Buhari. Buhari, anybody from the South on that side of argument would say that he had 8 years. And the South is now doing its first term. In the next 1 year or so, it will be 4 years. So the arguments are there. I believe that it's good for us to be having consensus. There is no point in fighting. And what is key now is not presidency from the North or from the South. What is key is to have a quality leadership. People who are enthusiastic, who are determined and committed to give the country the leadership it deserves. You see, by now, especially those of us in the political trenches, would tell you that it is not only the man from your end that would make the country move forward. We have seen what happened during Obasanjo. We are part of it. And we believe he has done his best. From there, our brother, our friend came in, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, of blessed memory. There were issues, especially challenges of his health. When Jonathan came, we had many issues, especially the agreement at that time that he would do one term. For whatever reason, things have decided to change, and many things happened along that direction. But what is even relevant is the Buhari administration. I worked so hard, and I'm sure you remember, we brought about 1.9, almost 2 million votes. But as politicians, we are not recognized. We put our lives even on the line that time. But unfortunately, we could not see any benefit either as individuals or the constituencies that we represented. Of course, thereafter, we have this administration again. Everybody knows there are issues, and therefore people are determined at grassroots level, and even at the level we are operating now, that there should be some level of changes. And that is why I'm sure the Nigerians, since we decided to join NDC, have decided to come and join us. And you could see what is happening almost everywhere in this country, and even beyond. People are opening offices everywhere across the world. So we're happy about that.
And of course, by supporting Southern zoning, you're effectively conceding that Peter Obi is now the front runner for the NDC presidential ticket. Is that right? Are we looking at an Obi Kwankwaso or OK ticket and not a Kwankwaso Obi KO ticket?
Well, that is how it should be, but we are, like I told you, are loyal party members. Of course, party is supreme. When it took decision to do this zoning, we all accepted, and we are working on it. Now, the likely chances are what you exactly said, and I'm sure Nigerians will be happy about it.
When you say the likely chances, I mean, your supporters in the north see you as one of the region's strongest political figures. I mean, how difficult was it convincing them to accept the idea of another southern presidential candidate so soon after the emergence of Bola Tinubu that you would then support?
Now, you see, the issue now is that each and every individual in this country has one issue or the other to demand for change, ranging from the economy to the issue of insecurity, especially in this part of the country, to the issue or issues that we have seen with infrastructural developments, especially in this part of the country, and so on and so on and so forth. And that is why you find so many people are not even thinking of he has to be from my religion, he has to be from my part of the country, he has to be tall, he has to be short. Of course, people are looking for vibrant people who are strong enough to do the job, especially based on recent experiences. So nobody is waiting for anybody to tell him what to do, because everybody has a reason to say yes, we are yearning for change, and positive change for that matter. And I believe the names we mentioned and the party itself represent that change people are talking about. So that is why within a couple of weeks that we joined this party, you find so many people across the country who are pushing, who are coming around, who are registering with NDC, sorry. And we always add them at the same time to register with INEC, because it's only when you register with INEC that you can be in a position to bring in an effective and positive change.
But I'm sure you know that critics are already saying that this arrangement that you have in the NDC risks alienating parts of the North politically. Are you worried that the opposition in general and the NDC in particular may unintentionally weaken itself in key northern states?
You see, whatever you do, people will bring in some arguments for and against. And that is part of the democracy. For us, we stand by the fact that we need a very committed, solid, and of course, effective leadership. And that is exactly what this country needs now. For me, it's not a matter of North or South or any other
but it's not just
differences.
you.
That's what I'm saying. It has to start from me.
Right.
And then it is our responsibility to go and sell those ideas to the people. Yes, people who are on the other side or who are in the other parties will go and tell their own stories. And I'm happy we have enough time for everybody to go and tell his own stories. And probably that is why I'm even here, to convince the people, especially the young men and women and other nationalists, that yes, there is need to have this solid and credible leadership